What's going on, you guys? Shadow Trucker. Today's December 5th, and I'm over in Hampshire Township, Illinois. Know it's been a while. Been a little busy. Took a vacation. Got into an accident. Was off work. So, we'll go over the accident real quick. I was going down the highway, 65 miles an hour, and this little SUV with a trailer on it. Nothing on the trailer, thankfully. I'm going this way. He's at a stop sign here. Pulls into the road, says he didn't see me, and just comes to a dead stop right there. And I swerved around and clipped the front of his car, tore the front of the car off. Thankfully, it was still drivable. And he fucked up the entire passenger side of my truck and trailer, blew out the front tire, took a huge chunk out of my first drive tire, cut up the second drive tire, ripped off the caps that go over the tires, broke my fender, broke my mud flap, broke part of my siding, dented in my stairs, put a groove down the side of the trailer, scuffed up my bumper on the front of the truck, and cut up the tire, the first tandem tire on the rear. So I was out of work for like a week with that, for them to get all the new parts, get everything repaired and all that fun shit. Now let's get into some of the changes with the company. Not really change. The only change that I should say is the bonuses, the ambassador program, and then the hiring requirements. The hiring requirements are no longer 6 months. The company is hiring drivers out of CDL school with 3 months of experience. Very short window. I'm kind of against it because you're going to end up with some bottom of the barrel drivers doing it that way. You're going to end up with some really good ones too. Some drivers come out of school and they are fucking phenomenal, but you're still going to scrape the bottom of the barrel with some of the other ones. The bonuses, I believe y'all's bonus went down to $1,500, I think. If I'm wrong, correct me. Those of you that are going through orientation right now, I'm not going through there. As far as the driver recruiting bonuses, they went down to $2,600, and instead of being paid out, $1,000, whatever, they're doing $50 a week for the entirety of the year. So whenever I do the $250 thing, which I'm still doing, it's going to take you guys 5 weeks to get your $250, because I'm not going to give you the $250 out of my pocket, have you quit, and then I don't get that $250 back. So you'll get your $50 a week over the course of 5 weeks, which will be $250 still. Excuse me. The ambassador program is a way to talk to the drivers. And instead of calling in and having to talk to recruiting or talk to your DM if you're not comfortable with that, or talk to whoever, or you just want some general information or something from one of the drivers, or you're going somewhere and you want some directions and how to get in somewhere, you can call in and speak to one of the ambassadors. Myself and my buddy Melvin that I've told you guys about before, he's a Soldiers Truckin' on YouTube, SOULJAHZ, I believe. Him and I are both part of the ambassador program, so you could end up getting connected to either one of us. I believe there's a handful more ambassadors, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It's kind of a pilot program right now, and we're the guinea pigs, since we've already been giving out a bunch of information to you guys as is. It is not my personal cell phone number. It is set up through Ring Central, so we have business numbers through there with the company. We don't got to pay for anything. It just set up the app on our phone and everything comes to us through there now. I believe you can send messages through there, but I'm not 100% certain. Don't quote me on that. So that's the bonuses, ambassador program, hiring requirements. And then this one is not something new. This is just more strictly enforced now. The pre-trips and post-trips have been an issue because drivers have either been not doing them or half-assed doing them. And what's happening now is contractors, unfortunately, they can't do a whole lot apart from firing you. So they give you verbal counselings. Company drivers and lease purchase drivers, you will now get written counselings that go into the system and they stay in there. And if you become a repeat offender of leaving trailers fucked up for other drivers to come and have to deal with, and you're taking our drive time away from us, you're taking money out of our pockets, once you become a repeat offender, I believe it's the third or fourth time it happens, they let you go. They will terminate your contract if you're lease purchase and let you go. If you're company, they just let you go. And this is becoming bad because some of these trailers are causing severe downtime. I had one where I had to sit for 2 days because they couldn't figure out what was going on with the ABS system on the trailer because the driver never reported it, so nobody was ever able to get out there to do it. Love's looked at it, couldn't figure it out. A second party came out, looked at it, couldn't figure it out, which that was the second day because they couldn't get there the same day. And then it eventually ended up having to get towed to an actual big repair facility to have them look at it, tear it apart. Another one I had, the rear door, the hinge that, you know, where it locks, has the peg on the bottom, it's like this, and the one on top, so when you twist it in, it locks. The bottom one was half open and the top one was closed. So I grabbed the bottom one and it wiggles. So we called out Fleet Maintenance, Fleet Pride. They came over and looked at it, and he couldn't do anything about it. He's like, we can cut the plate off and look at it, but I can't fix anything because I don't have the welder on my truck and it's not going to be back till Monday. So I told him to cut the plate off. He cut the plate off. The bottom half of the fucking locking bar fell off the truck. That bottom, like, you know, 4 inches where that metal plate's at just fell right off the truck. So that trailer couldn't go anywhere. Had to go back in the door, get unloaded, put onto a different trailer. That trailer had to sit there and wait until they could get somebody to come out with a complete brand new bar, cut everything off, and reattach the new bar. Another one I had, this one, you really can't fucking miss this. When you look under the trailer to check your shocks, your airbags, your leaf springs, whatever you're checking, your brakes, you can't miss your brake not touching the fucking drum. This driver left it with the brake this far away from the drum when the brakes were set. And thankfully I know how to fix that shit, so I didn't wait for Fleet Maintenance to come out with that one. I crawled under there, got my wrench, tightened it all back up, loosened it that half turn, and went about my day. But we have to report them. So we send them to we start sending pictures to our DMs now whenever there's damage. The DM sends it to the previous driver's DM, to safety, and to Mike, who is well, at least if you're out of the Owensboro terminal and your DM is there, they'll send it to Mike, who's the VP of operations at that facility. So that's becoming a big thing. When you come over, do your pre-trips, do your post-trips. You're not only screwing yourself, you're screwing the drivers after you. Because if you get pulled over, it's going on your license. If the driver after you doesn't do it, they're getting pulled over, it's going on their license. So, I mean, they kind of screw themselves too, because that means they're not doing the pre-trip correctly either. And then I had another one, the inspection hadn't been done on it in over a year. Which means that's a lot of drivers that fucked up, because you're supposed to check the inspection sticker on the trailer to make sure it's up to date. A lot of these things have been coming into play, so they're slowly trying to fix what they can do about some of this stuff. Which, you know, the ambassador program is great because you can talk to actual drivers. The letting people go, I mean, it sucks that you get let go, but it's good for the rest of the company. You're not going to be one of the reasons that our CSA score is going up. You're not going to be one of the reasons another driver, or, you know, you kill somebody on the road because something's wrong with that trailer, or your tractor because you're not doing your pre-trip on your tractor either. Let's see, any other changes? I believe that's the main stuff. So yeah, we'll keep this video short, leave it at that. Those of you that I've recruited, I guess we're not going to end the video yet. Those of you that I've recruited, you know, a lot of you guys are still here, thankfully. There have been a few that have quit, which is, that's part of the reason they've lowered the bonuses, because so many drivers have quit that have been recruited. Not mine personally, but just across the board. I have had a few that I recruited that have already quit. One of them was actually fired. Well, two of them were fired. Well, one was let go. He just did something minor. The other one was terminated. Like, their thing straight up says terminated. So they did something really wrong to get that. But thankfully, most of you are still here. Now, those of you that I have recruited and those of you that are with the company that I haven't recruited, send me emails. Let me know, you know, what you've been up to with the company. Let me know if there's anything you would like to see changed. If there's anything you have questions about, just, you know, keep me updated. Those of you that are going through orientation, you guys as well, keep me updated. Send me an email so I can, you know, pass that information along, or if there's something that needs to be changed, I can talk to people, see what's already going on with it, or, you know, if we can start something going on with it. My email is still shadowtrucker210@gmail.com. Send everything through there. You know, you can comment. I will get back to you. I've gotten back to every single person that's emailed me so far, and I'm going to continue trying to keep up with that. And I'll try to get back on top of the videos. I think it was like 2.5 months off this time before making one, which is kind of shitty, but it is what it is. Yeah, send me emails, send me comments, and just stay safe out there. You guys take care.